1 1 2 2 2 2 2.
Shwakano higher bay. Wayla Taklan Minishuna. Ayla Pasa Minisha. The Tunila came out. Haila Watashbota. No alarm. Amen. Amen.
Oh, brother, Father, Mother of the cosmos, focus your light within us. Make it useful. Create your reign of unity now. Your one desire then acts with ours. Grant what we need each day in bread and insight. Loose the cords of mistake binding us as we release the strands we hold of others' guilt. Don't let selfish things delude us.
I gotta admit. Welcome in, Charlene. Yeah. Welcome. Come on in, sit. Got that morning prayer going. Tuning in. Grab some water, which I have to do. If anybody else comes through the doors, tell them to grab some water. and have some paper to write on. Let them know I went to get some water, Charlene.
The Tunila came out. Haila Watashbota. No alarm. Amen. Amen.
Oh, brother, Father, Mother of the cosmos, focus your light within us. Make it useful. Create your reign of unity now. Your one desire then acts with ours. Grant what we need each day in bread and insight. Loose the cords of mistake binding us as we release the strands we hold of others' guilt. Don't let selfish things delude us, but free us from what holds us back. From you is born all ruling well, the power and the life to do, the song that beautifies all, from age to age it renews. Truly, power to these statements.
How you doing this morning, Charlene?
Be the ground from which all my actions grow.
Good morning, Grand Rising. How are you?
Blessed to be alive and hear your voice.
Yes.
How you feeling this morning?
I'm okay. I'm handling things. My mom passed, made a transition Friday. Yeah, early Friday morning. So I'm just a little bit, well, I'm at peace. I know she's no longer suffering. So I, feel good about that. But I miss her spirit, I guess. I'm trying to get my stuff right. Here we go. Okay, I think I'm trying to get you to see me. My computer doesn't want to work this morning. Here we go.
There it is. Oh, feeling her spirit, feeling the calling of why there was such a push by my soul to stay connected to this inspiration to come on this morning. Yes. So it really feels I'm feeling it because I dance with the time when I'll have to escort my mother's body to the earth.
Mm.
support her spirit's journey into the mystery. And there's so many times of making that phone call and she doesn't pick up, that there is a moment of feeling when it's time to go through that initiation as you have become the elder. You know, there's that initiation that's not spoken about. We go to prenatal class, but they don't talk about the stages of development that are very pivotal in our psyche due to the transformation of how our hormones secrete and how we experience life and perceive the experience of life. It's been such a journey to, as I now know, you've been going through that initiation
Yeah.
of going from young elder to elder. So there is that to congratulate your graduation as well as your mother's, as we find our way to integrate, which we'll go through a little bit today, find a way to integrate full experience of life as we practice and focus to transform the patterns of the past, not because they're bad or good, just because time indicates transformation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you didn't plan everything that just took place over the last 7 days. You didn't plan that.
No.
But there's a deeper plan.
Mm.
Yeah.
You know, it's really kind of, it happened really kind of, well, I've been caregiving and stuff for the past year, but I had some issues, we had issues, and I had some resentment toward my mom, and going through codependency and 12 steps and things like that. But my son had to go out of town, and I was up there spending nights with her because we had some issues with our health.
Yeah.
And it just like, she woke up in the middle of the night, and I went in there, and she wanted me to hold her hand and hug her and hug her and hug her. But I could tell things were changing, and I knew she was getting ready to, transition. And she was in a fetal position, and she wasn't eating, and she was sleeping a lot. And she kept saying, "Hold me tighter, tighter, tighter." And I did, and while I was doing it, something came over me, and I had a release of all resentment that I had held toward her, and I guess toward myself, and I'm really at peace. And I was glad that that happened, because I didn't want her to leave here and we not have that peace between us. And I was still holding those feelings. And the universe knows how to work things out, and how, when to do it. So I was just really grateful that it happened, so that I just been at really, really peace with her in our past relationships and things that I felt we didn't do for one another. So.
Mm-hmm. And you had an opportunity to be there. That's what's, she was there when you were born, and you were there for her rebirth. So I think as far as synchronicity of inspiration and intuition, that you were focused enough with all the circumstances going on to be there. I think that's really powerful.
Mm.
And when you consider how you showed up in your life.
Mm.
No matter what the circumstances are, how you showed up.
How's your mom doing?
Oh, she is growing stronger. Hold on, I have somebody attempting to get in. She is holding. She's holding on, growing stronger in many ways, talking about the recovery from a stroke. And, you know, I don't know if you've ever been with someone recovering from a stroke.
No, I haven't.
Yeah. There is a part of it where, just like birthing, you don't know when it's going to happen, but you know when the time is getting close, right? So she, the way the creator has designed the body, you know, she is really, her body is growing stronger, but then there's this essence of will to move beyond just what the body is doing automatically by design, which now requires a different way of being, right?
Yes.
And I'm just getting her a link. So therefore, when it comes to her recovery from the stroke, now there's something that's required of her. And it's interesting to experience her patterns of resistance. I hear you when you say you miss your mom. And so it's interesting to see her patterns of resistance. And sometimes those patterns are not necessarily her personality and her presence. It's just her past. It's just those issues from her past. And I say, wow. I get a little upset with the creator and designer of life that is synchronizing this experience, because I'm her only child, so it can feel like a lonely experience. And I get to smile. And the reason for practicing today is to be in the practice with my soul and what it says to do. Whether there's two of us or an infinite number of ancestors, you know, giving thanks for your mom, or, you know, whether I get maybe a little bit of a scolding from my business coaches and mentors. You know, you don't do enough of this, you don't do enough of that. You gotta have more people, you gotta do this. To respond to the will and the inspiration of our soul. I think at least for me, it's been a life preserver
Okay.
over the year, especially. You know, when it comes to taking care of my family nucleus, and you know, my family is thriving in Costa Rica, and it's a good environment for them. And then thinking that my mother would come visit and be able to be there with us for, you know, a month or two, just be able to get stronger so she can have those ideas about her life and follow through with those ideas and inspirations and have support around her to do that. Create an organization that can be for the holistic care of our elders,
Mhm.
provide land and sanctuary for them to live and be with their families, and maybe even move into hospice if that was a journey that presented itself, but go through it in a holistic way. And there's a woman here that's looking to be an advocate for green burials. Of course, the process is starting to tax the earth, the traditional practices. But all of that aside, just all those ideas to create with, and it's up to her what she wants to do
Mm.
with her life, you know, with all that said. And what it is to be in the flow of life with all the different ideas, perceptions, and opinions about what it is and who I am to other people, who I am to my wife, and navigating through this. You know, if it appears like there's lack of patience or my lack of presence in my family, which I can understand that feeling. How do we come to that holistic place of honoring our elders?
Yeah.
You know, and what happens when you get to that place where your body is not able to do what you're used to it doing? And
I know that.
Yeah, to be able to have that. And I think that's the training of going through young elderhood. Is we get a chance to, you have that experience now, Charlene, of what it's like to need to be cared for after having the ability of caring for yourself. When you're a child or a baby, you know, you're experiencing being cared for and also experiencing the way you can grow to care for yourself. And then there is the letting go of caring for yourself, right? The letting, well, and I can only imagine that, because as a young elder, now we are caring for ourselves, our families. You know, there's so much caring that we're doing, and finding that way to remember to care for ourselves as we step into the duties of a young elder. Then you become that elder as you have, and then we know the time will come when we won't be able to care for ourselves. Yeah.
That's frightful for me.
Yeah, I got it, man. I feel that too. And so I really think that's what these practices are for. So our body can be in alignment with our soul
In
journey.
progress.
Welcome, 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 welcome. Renee, turn your volume down a little bit. Echo. Echo. Renee, this is Charlene. Birdie, Birdie was one of the participants in a kind of a mantra yoga retreat that we did earlier this year. So it's special to be here with you, Birdie. We were just talking about the transition or the initiation of being a young elder. and then becoming an elder, Charlene has, because her mother, you don't mind me saying, Charlene, her mother made her transition just this past Friday, which was also a powerful day in learning about how we need to tend to our society in America because of that Roe versus Wade decision was overturned by the Supreme Court. So that's also the impetus and inspiration to put this out there as we practice together and get it edited and put it out on YouTube. But yeah, we were talking about what it's like to go through these transitions in life, and what these practices afford today is to maintain that connection to that inner guidance, so that even when it's time to leave the body, that we can have our ritual in place, we can have our way of releasing and ready for the release, and have a sense of where we're going, maybe, when that moment comes. My great grandmother, Grandma Rose, she's 106, around about there. She was born a slave, so around about that age, but her homegoing, as it's called in my family, she asked her daughter for a glass of water and said, I'm gonna go take a nap. You know, I'm feeling tired. And that was her journey on. She would take her nap, she had her water, took her nap, and in a sense kept on going. Yeah. So to me, that's evidence of the possibility of having integrity in your body and a holistic leaving when it's time to leave, and a sense of being ready, a sense of resting this body. And I imagine consciousness that is connected or one with our soul, you know, continues on as we get the teachings in the Kundalini yogic tradition, that there are bodies, subtle body, there's a physical body and 9 subtle bodies. And these subtle bodies, one of which is the subtle body, is connected to the soul, and it is the subtle body's job to journey on with the soul, to carry the soul out of the body. So when you have a strong connection to these energy systems within us, and there's a smooth transition. I could feel it in life, from one phase of life to another, from one moon to another, from one sun year to the next sun year. We can have these smooth transitions as we are going through a big transition in humanity today. As we look around and see the various ways in which we are asked to, you know, to create a healthy way to change, you know. And then when it comes to that, that's what the idea of our practice today is, to move with grace into the transition that will empower us. And how will we know what to do, where to go, and how to make that change? That's where this inner guidance that we want to activate today. That's what I believe it is for. You know, when we can have an experience of it, it's really a good feeling. So let's go ahead and prepare ourselves to tune in, rubbing the palms together. Dive into a practice of meditation that we'll talk a little bit more about after we tune in. Feel the palms getting warm. Acknowledging the ability to activate the spacesuit, to amplify the energy that flows through We feel empowered by the experience. Go a little faster, breathe a little deeper now. Now go ahead and put the center of your palm over your eyes and feel the warmth flow into your eyes, through the optic nerve into your cranium. Long, deep yogic breath. Feel your two hands representing the sun, energy flowing from the center of your palm, beginning to illuminate the center of your brain, spreading out to all the brain tissue, into your cranium. Your hair begins to glow, down into the neck, into the shoulders and your arms, down into your vital organs, into the hips, down into your legs. Your whole body begins to illuminate with this solar energy flowing through your hands. Breathing it in. Beautiful way to calm the eyes, calm the mind after a day's work. Or if the mind gets busy, beautiful way to settle and bring that energy into you. Keep your eyes closed. Slide your hands down in front of the chest, pressing the thumbs into the sternum and pressing the palms together into prayer position. Long, deep breath here. Just settle into that long, deep breath. Feeling the flow and rhythm of life. So we're going to tune in with the sound A-U-M. Ah-oh. If it's comfortable for you, lift the muscles of the pelvic floor before you make the sound of A. Embodying this sound current, raising our vibration. Let's inhale together. Exhale. Let's inhale to begin. One more. Inhale deeply. Lift the muscles of the pelvic floor. Holding that breath. Exhale out the mouth. And release the hands, palms facing up. Touch the index finger and the thumb. Just sit still for a moment. Being still and knowing I am the generator, organizer, deliverer, or destroyer of this life. Sometimes letting go can be the release or the uncoupling of old patterns. could be that energy of letting go. So as you deepen into a long, deep breath, consider what you will commit your practice to today. Are there any energies surging in your life right now of transformation and awareness of what you need to change? And settle into the commitment of opening yourself up to the inner intelligence and the inner guidance systems there to support your journey from one state of being to another. As we honor our ancestors and our new ancestor, welcoming Charlene's mother as a new ancestor, feeling the transition of our Earth family, our Mother Earth, and our society in America. So we commit our practice to send out these energies of peace and awaken the solution that is to live through us for our individual lives as well as our collective life on Mother Earth. That we hear that guidance clearly. Thank you for this time together, Creator. Thank you for our practice. Thank you for allowing our hearts to beat in harmony through this cyber environment, generating the energy of guidance and protection, abundance and flow, into generating the energy of beauty and experiencing peace and love, flowing to us and radiating from us. Thank you for allowing us to be this beacon of light during the storm of transformation. So we ask this go out from our practice to all our family and all our relations. All right. So I forgot to ask, do I sound pretty good to both of you? Okay, beautiful. So today I want to take you through a way to design your own practice in terms of keeping the energy centers clear. So creating a way to acknowledge the various practices that you have in your repertoire where you focus on purging and clearing the system so that the accumulation of thought patterns, thought energy, conscious energy has a free and available way to flow through you and from you. Therefore, when you come to your breathing practices and building up your prana and building up your energy, we're not building up the patterns that need to shift and change. We're clearing those patterns so that we can hear that divine pattern of our soul in the moment, because that's where life is unfolding. And we can let go of the patterns, particularly from the Piscean age, where there was a deeper connection to the past and what we've done so that we can realize what to do. So in the Piscean age, there was more of an energy of what do I need to do to be something? And then therefore there's an accumulation of what you've done that allows you to be recognized as someone who's accomplished. And the Aquarian age is to be who you are. So your radiance guides you and attracts to you what you need to fulfill yourself rather than just the history of what you've done in the past. So going through purging and clearing movements and exercises, we'll acknowledge those yogically, and we'll see how we're inspired to share some that might come from different traditions, but particularly working with the energy center of the body. And then we move into tonifying and strengthening, with the breath and movement, and then regulating and balancing, and then into a meditation that is about that balance. Yeah. So that's going to be our flow. And the encouragement today is that you take this into your life and your own repertoire of practices, and begin to, acknowledge a clearing, like getting your water and beginning to clear the vessel for, as it said, we tune in to recognize our oneness, and it's the same when we read the Lord's Prayer in Aramaic. We tune in to our oneness with the Creator. That's the first line of the Lord's Prayer. Our Father which art in heaven, or in Aramaic transliteration, the great parent of creation that dwells at the center of its creation. So we recognize our oneness, and in that recognition now we realize our responsibility to clear the space for the name to dwell. So this is the aspect of where we are in our practice now. We realize our oneness, we tune in, and now we're going to clear the space for the name to dwell. Yeah. So come sitting nice and tall, put your hands on your knees, and we're going to begin our spinal flexors. Flexing the spine, inhaling nice and deep, feeling the movement germinating from your roots. Yeah, so I want you to really feel, as you're doing a subtle movement at first, feel the movement begins to generate your roots being called by Mother Earth. They seep effortlessly into Mother Earth as if they're returning home. Right? You feel the roots growing into Mother Earth with your contact points on her body. Feel your body and becoming one with hers as your roots deepen with each flex. As you come to your tailbone, and you feel your sit bones as you arch your pelvis forward. Feel the activating awareness of your roots seeping into Mother Earth and being called to the center of her being, where your roots tap into her eternal connection, infinite connection to earth energy, manifesting energy. And you feel it, give it a color. Usually in the practice of Qigong, it's a golden energy. But give it the color that appeals to you, that it flows up your roots and into your body. With every flex, you're pumping it, so have an awareness of these pelvic muscles drawing that energy up. Feel it flow up to every cell of your body. Breath is doing the movement. Let's get the timer up. Oh, thank you so much for being here to practice with me. It's so special. Feel the warming of your pelvis. Now begin to have a sense of your heart Keep that connection to your pelvis. The shoulders stay steady on that transverse plane. Sometimes the perception of movement wants to be commandeered by the cranium, where the five senses are, but I want you to have an awareness of your roots so that we can root down to rise up, y'all. Now begin to deepen your breath. Allow the movement to become a little more dynamic. Feeling your roots, creating movement up your tree, your tree of life. And your heart begins to move as the movement expands up the spine. So we are purging and clearing the central nerve channel and its very important peripheral channels, the Ida and Pingala. These channels are pivotal in the interface of our infinite energy body and our physical nervous system. So when these channels are clear, then particularly the vagus nerve, which is being massaged right now, along with your internal organs, but that vagus nerve can be cleared, then, oh my, our awareness deepens, our intuition grows, and we're really able to hear the guidance, the inner guidance that is synchronized with the intelligence of creation. And then we connect to miracles. We see the inspiration and can respond to it. And intuition is available. And we're able to respond to it. Last few seconds, so really deepen into it now. If it's available to you, go a little faster. If your lower abdomen feels comfortable with it, flow with it. Move a little more dynamic with more energy. We are as young as our spine is flexible, so if we're going to carry this body around until we are ready to leave, rather than the body breaking down before we're ready, and let's get it flexible and supple. Inhale nice and tall, family. Lift the muscles of the pelvic floor, hold that breath. Cannon breath out the mouth. Sit still a moment, bringing your index finger and thumb together, arms straight, hands, palms facing the heavens, resting on the knee. Feel as though as you're taking in the breath through your nose that you're also breathing through the center of your palm, bringing in the energy of the sun. Feel it come into the center of your being. Light up your heart, top of your abdomen around the solar plexus. Feel yourself light up like the sun. All right, we're going to deepen into it. We're going to return to that spinal flex, but we're going to deepen into it. Really get into clearing those inner channels by holding the breath. So we're going to take that long, deep inhale with a straight spine. Once we're at the top of that inhale, we're going to lock the tongue on the roof of the mouth, and we're going to begin spinal flex. When you feel the signal come that is requiring you to exhale, come nice, straight and tall with your spine. Cannon breath out the mouth or forceful breath out the nose. Quick inhale through the nose, tongue to the roof of the mouth, and then continue with spinal flex. All right? Beautiful. Hands on the knees. Long inhale. Lift the shoulders a bit. Really deep inhale. Tongue on the roof of the mouth, and begin spinal flex. Nice and smooth. Holding the breath. Really feel the movement as we did earlier, being generated by the movement of the hips into rising up into the spine. So you're rooting in, even feel your roots at the center of Mother Earth. Feel the flexibility of your roots, and just feel the flexibility of your spine, responding to the flexibility of your flow of your hips. And when you're ready to exhale, come nice and tall. Squeeze the belly button towards the spine. Get all that air out if it's comfortable for you. And then inhale through the nose. Do your thing. Tongue on the roof of the mouth. Move with flow. Feel your strength. Feel your power. Feel the strength of your hips and your core energy. Just a little under 10 seconds left. So really deepen into this last cycle. And wherever you are, just come with the spine nice and tall. Hold that breath a little longer. Sip a little air. And now cannon breath out the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Hold. Lift the muscles of the pelvic floor if it's comfortable for you. Draw the navel point in and up. As long as you're not on your cycle or pregnant. Cannon breath out the mouth. Last time, really nourishing the body with the prana, inhaling through the nose. Hold, lift the muscles of the pelvic floor, draw the navel point in and up. Now strengthen all of your muscles. Feel the power of this body. Cannon breath out the mouth. Relax. Palms facing up. The ring finger and thumb touching. Feel the effect of consciously breathing and consciously moving the body. See if you can begin to hear your heart beat or the pulse of your heart, however way you tune in, begin tuning into your heart. Sweet. Okay, now we'll rise up a bit to the heart center. I'm going to bring our palms, cupping energy around kind of your throat, heart area. So going to do a few breaths to open up this heart center. So we're going to move in 3 parts. So then out the mouth. And still keep that spinal flex happening with the movement, right? Keep that spinal flex as we do the segmented breath and we start to really reset the nervous system and in a sense, activating the vagus nerve and allowing it to clear, yeah? And with an energy awareness of this vibrant sun in our heart, feel that connection. Okay, so inhale through the nose, mouth, nose, mouth, nose, mouth, nose, mouth, nose, mouth, nose, Mouth. Nose. Mouth. Nose. Mouth. Nose. Mouth. Nose. Mouth. Nose. Mouth. A little under 30 seconds. Last cycle. Next inhale, hold. And exhale long and deep. Hold the breath out. Inhale long and deep. Open up. Feel the shoulder blades come together. Stretch across the sternum. Lift the muscles of the pelvic floor. Exhale one last time, long and deep. Really complete. Feel the stretch across the shoulder blades. Hold the breath out. Activating energy centers under the shoulder blades and the ribs, connected to your infinite creative ability. And inhale, come with the spine straight, relax. Thumb and ring finger touch, palm facing up, resting on the knees. Breath long and deep through the nose. Feeling yourself, your whole being becoming the energy radiance of the sun, more active than it has ever been in recorded history. Becoming the energy of the solstice, illuminating your life. Connecting your awareness to the inner guidance system. It's the same system that plays the rhythm of life with your heart, moves your lungs, allows the blood to go to trillions of cells and take care of their activity, care for them so that they can function according to design. Feel your radiance as the sun. Feel yourself begin to glow Long, deep breath. Feel your radiance touching nature, the trees, connecting to the intelligence of nature. Feel your purpose for being in this moment as you feel your connection to nature and all the intelligence that organizes it is in you. You are part of it. Feel your roots in Mother Earth, the radiance of your solar being, and your connection to nature, all of life. The birds, creepy crawlers, four-legged beings, beings that swim in the oceans. Feeling your connection to all of life. Feel a deep fulfillment of your purpose. Connected to your breath, which allows consciousness and life force to allow you to be present in this moment. Feel the deep knowing that the fulfillment of that next inhale is happening now. And it is connected to the intention of your Creator. Begin to feel your connection to your Creator's intention for you being here and now, right here, right now. Letting go of circumstances and labels of the world created by human civilization. Just simply allow yourself to be energy of the sun, radiating your presence is so valuable. Connected to everything. Hear your Creator's name in the vibration of your breath as you listen to your inhale and exhale. Feel the name come alive. Connecting to the lineage that allows you to come into physical form. In your connection to life and your lineage that you are given the ability to care for. Feel your presence in the center of life. So let us continue the journey inward. You're going to inhale, lifting the shoulders up so we really get into the upper lungs, really clear energy out of those upper lungs, as well as clear the lymphatic connections that encourage the coherence of the three brains. Okay, so inhaling up and letting them go. Inhale up. Hold, lift the muscles of the pelvic floor, draw a navel point in and up, long as that's comfortable for you. Hold. Exhale out the nose. Relax the shoulders down. So now clearing connection between right and left hemispheres, establishing this balance. So we're going to inhale up with the left shoulder, exhale up with the right. Inhale, exhale. Now inhale up with the right, exhale up with the left. Inhale both shoulders up. Really filling those upper lungs. Hold, lift the muscles of the pelvic floor, draw the navel point in and up, tuck in the chin slightly. Feel your full being radiating like the sun, pulsing. Exhale out the mouth. Relax the shoulders down. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Ring finger and thumb touching. Breath in and out the nose. Long, deep breath. You want to deepen into this now. You can hear the sound sat, bringing in the energy of sound, this vibrational activity of creation. And you can exhale nam, or you can inhale ab and exhale womb. Or you can inhale hale and exhale luya. As you breathe, feel your oneness with your soul, oneness with your creator as you clear the space for the name the vibrational energy of your creator to be in your conscious awareness as you consciously breathe and consciously receive consciousness, receiving life force. Feel your oneness, that you are this life force. You are this creative energy being, one with the guiding intelligence. So before we move in the energy of the Shakti breath, just clearing the channels and creating a bit of a grounding after the breath movements. Just begin tapping on the sternum and come to the collarbone, back down to the sternum, into the collarbone. Into the sternum, we're activating our immune system. We're also activating the vagus nerve. And we're releasing any patterns of stress that accumulate where these ribs meet the sternum, where they begin to store energy, patterns of our family structure based on how we unconsciously witness breathing patterns as we grow in our families. So rolling up, as you come up to the collarbone, you begin to vibrate the pelvic girdle, which flows into the cervical spine and begins to vibrate the bones of the skull and the cranium. So into the collarbone is very invigorating for the brain and all the cranial nerves. Plus, there are many meridians that flow under the collarbone, going into the body, that flow from the cranium. So it's very enlivening, creating that space for the intelligence to dwell. Beautiful. And just begin to rub the circular motion into that area of the sternum. You can touch into that collarbone. Really feel you can get into those muscles that come into the sternum, opening up that heart center. As the Heart Math Institute has researched through various experiments, it is the heart that resonates this energy of intuition, connecting with the coherence, of course, the cranium and the upper energy centers. This coherence brings about an awareness in the heart center, brings a knowing of what to do in the moment, and a knowing of what to do before the moment comes. Beautiful. And just gently going up and down, just like the nerve energy flowing through the vagus nerve, up and down on the sternum. Beautiful. Hands on your chest for a moment. So now, continuing to open up these ribs, we're going to go into a Bhastrika movement. So we'll be lifting the arms up, really reaching your fingers in and drawing in your birthright. So you're coming in at an angle, so you come into the ribs with the upper arms, feeling that vibration invigorating Be gentle with yourself, but you want it to be invigorating. So we release the patterns from the past and embody the energy flowing in the moment. Inhaling up, out the mouth. Get your rhythm first. Find that balance. The key is the balance between the inhale and the exhale. So even though there's a sense that you can release a lot of breath out the mouth, you want it to be conscious of the balance between the inhale through the nose and the exhale out the mouth. And have a sense of releasing old patterns. Maybe energy comes into your awareness of what you need to release as a pattern of behavior in a relationship, energies that come up around intimate relationships. Of course, that relationship with yourself, any patterns of how you treat yourself that you know needs to be released. As you exhale out the mouth, feel that release. As you inhale through the nose, feel the antidote come in. Right? If it's more love for yourself, if it's more care and taking your time for yourself. And likewise with others, if you need to be more compassionate, or if you need to speak your truth in a respectful, deep, and compassionate way. Feel that energy. You need to transform any frustrations. Feel the release. Stepping into what you're responsible for to create the relationship in a way that is nourishing for you as well as the other person. Feel you're reaching into your birthright and pulling in the energy you need. It doesn't come from anyone else. It is your connection to the Creator, and it's your life you're creating. No one else is responsible. You are the one that is responsible. So feel your movement, connecting to your ability. If you need to come out to shoulder level because there's shoulder issues, it's fine. If you need to go lower, that's fine too. Find your place, reach into your birthright, pull it in. You are drawing in the experience of life, in that inhale. And you're able to share your experience of life on that exhale because that's your expression, yeah? So if there's any issues in any relationship, let's see our world working it out, yeah? That there's a respect for each of us, the same way nature has that respect. All living beings in nature have that respect for each other. Planets, they're moving according to their design. They're not trying to overpower someone else's orbit, right? They're doing their thing. A little less than a minute. Deepen into it. Feel the radiance as you come in. Feel your arms bouncing against the ribs. Feel it activate your radiance. As you release, let the vibration shake off what you no longer need. Feel the balance of relationships on Mother Earth. What does it feel like to be governed by peace, to be guided by love? What does it feel like for all families, all communities, all societies, all nations having their contribution to our Earth family that allows the existence of no longer needing to control another. All right. 5, 3, 2, 1. Reach, inhale. Straight fingers and strong. Feel yourself radiant like the sun. Count and breath out the mouth. Hold the posture. Inhale through the nose. Reach, strong arms, fingers, muscles in your abdomen, all the muscles, legs. Feel the power of this body, strength and the radiance. Count and breath out the mouth. Last time, inhale. Strength, power in the body. Feel it. Feel your radiance flowing from your being, from your bones, radiating out, from your heart, radiating out. Blessing all beings, all politicians, all administrative leaders. Kind of breath out the mouth. Now shake, shake, shake. Sweep over your aura, clear off around your ears. Anything you've heard in the past that is false, no longer needing to be lingering in your database, clear it out. Eyes, around your mouth, throat, heart center, clearing out, feeling the flow of love radiating out, bringing its healing energy around the lower abdomen. Now I want you to tap on your outer thigh to the knee and then up the inner thigh towards the hips. Arm, down the outer thigh, across the knee, up the inner thigh. Matter of fact, straighten your legs out. Go all the way down the outside of the leg. You should get a little stretch there. Been sitting for a while. So down the outside of the leg, all the way down. Go across the ankle, come back up the inside of the leg. Grab these channels. Liver, gallbladder, kidney, urinary bladder, spleen and stomach that run through the legs. So let's a little clearing and energizing of those channels. The last cycle, beautiful. Since we have them out, let's just give them a little stretch. Stretch up before we go into our meditation. And then grab your ankles or wherever you grab and just feel the opening of the lower back, opening of the life nerve, going down the back of the leg. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Allow the spine to be straight and feel a sense of the heart moving towards the earth. Yeah, inhale, spine nice and tall. Exhale. Okay. So we cleared the central channel. We opened up the lungs so that the name can live, which moves more towards energizing the body. At the same time, being aware that we have an opportunity to clear out and energize. Then we went to a Shakti prana so that we begin to activate and create the coherence. Now that the space is clear, create that coherence, as well as let go of old patterns. That's the beauty of breath and movement. And now we'll go into a balancing breath. So I'm going to bring fingertips together. First though, before we do that, excuse me, I want to do a little alternate nose breathing, which is really balancing and at the same time really, really important when you read, you ever get a good book on breath work, according to the yogic text. It's a real good book, Prana and Pranayama. It speaks about the alternate nose breathing being very important for, I think, these times when we need to know what to do and hear that guidance. We're able to have our channels clear so we can receive that intuition, respond to the inspiration and intuition, and see the synchronicity that is happening, even though circumstances look a certain way, as if, you know, as if there's an influence outside of us that can control what we're experiencing on the inside. We can be clear and move the way we need to move so that the beauty can unfold and continue to unfold, and we're not seduced by the circumstances of what others say. Yeah, and we can stay in our creative intent, meaning the creator's intent for us to be a creator, rather than if I hear someone that's dear to me say I'm doing something and then I feel upset that I've done something wrong, versus, okay, so what can we do to create the situation where it works for both of us? You know, and I'm in that intention of creating beauty and being focused on what there is to do so that we can generate this energy around the world where we're conscious like that. Yeah, so this breath, alternate nose, you're all familiar with it. Now I like to tuck in my index finger and middle finger and use my thumb and ring finger, whichever way is comfortable for you to close and open your nostrils. Use your position. Left hand, I'd like us to put it in the sun mudra, so that's the ring finger and thumb touching. Closing the eyes. Close the right nostril, inhale through the left. Oh, hold on before we start. If anyone has any deviated septums, any issues with clogged one nostril, sometime one nostril is more clogged than the other, then just lower your right hand, put it in Surya Mudra, and just imagine that you're following the directions of the nostril breathing. Okay? All right. Closing the right, inhaling left. Close left, exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Continue at your own flow. Inhaling the same nostril, exhaling opposite. Want to deepen into the practice. Inhale a mantra. Inhale Sat, exhale Nam. Inhale Ab, exhale Woon. On the next inhale, hold at the top. Drop your right hand down. Put it into Surya Mudra, ring finger and thumb touching. Exhale through both nostrils. Inhale deeply. Hold, lift the muscles of the pelvic floor. Draw navel point in and up, as long as that's comfortable for you. Cannon breath out the mouth. Relax the breath. In and out the nose. Breathe normally. And staying in this meditative place, we're going to bring the fingertips together. Forearms are parallel with the earth. The thumbs are pointing towards the chest without touching. We want pressure on the fingers, but we don't want to collapse the fingers. We want the pressure to be on the fingertips. And take a long, deep breath in the nose. We're going to exhale 8 segments. We're going to get into this infinite energy that we are. Let me demonstrate. On deep inhale through the nose, 8 segments, and you really want to feel that pulse of the navel point towards the spine. Right? Like so. All right, so let's inhale together to begin. Eyes are closed and relaxed. You can look at the tip of the nose if you want to deepen into it. Maintain the pressure on the fingertips, activating the brain and your central nervous system. Bringing that balance between your three systems, this mental energy, the physical energy, and your energetic or spiritual energy. Just under 3 minutes left. Keep the pressure on the fingertips. Just about a minute to go. Pressure on the fingers, almost there. Fingertips. Wherever you are, deep inhale. Hold, press on the fingertips, lift the muscles of the pelvic floor. Draw a navel point in and up. Feel the strength in your arms. Cannon breath out the mouth. Keep the pressure on the fingertips. Deep inhale. Lift the muscles of the pelvic floor, navel point in and up, tuck in the chin. Feel the radiance of your vibration radiating from your central core, your heart. Energy rising to the crown, radiating from your crown. Cannon breath out the mouth. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, shake, shake, shaky, shaky, shaky. Palms face up. Let's touch that ring finger and thumb. Long, deep, gentle breath. Tuning inward. Feeling your radiance. Feeling yourself vibrate. Again, opening up that space, tuning into that inner guidance. When posing this question, how can I use the energy of my life, the energy of these times to serve my soul, this infinite creative aspect of me? Just be with the vision that unfolds till our next immersion. Just be with that. Be with that question every day. How can I use this energy that I am experiencing in my life to serve my soul? When you're ready, you can open your eyes. How you doing? Ooh. I was just smiling and thinking of us at the table of creation. You know, so let's make a human. Let's make breath. How it can allow you to feel. So incredible. So incredible. You're welcome, Birdie. So little recap here. There's a world out there that needs some help, and yay, Charlene. And there's a world in here that needs support and help. And one major key I want you to walk away with to access that inner guidance. It's a part of our design and part of our systems overall protocol to allow us to be guided by intuition, inspiration, and synchronicity, right? Making us aware of who we are, why we're in this moment, why things are taking place the way they are, and this cause and effect, this cause that we can set in motion. As the indigenous teachings bring this concept of creating beauty, thinking right, doing good, creating beauty. So to connect to this guidance that allows us to think right, do good, and create beauty, there's consciously breathing. So if there's any overwhelming feeling that comes and throws you off center or out of that awareness, remember to consciously breathe. It will literally take you out of your survival centers and into your higher creative centers that then bring the coherence. And we're whole, and then you see clearly, you hear clearly, boom. Also remember the essence of creating your practice, to have an awareness of clearing out energy. So gravitating towards those movements that allow you to clear. And you have an energy awareness of clearing. If it's doing your sun salutation and you're clearing your circulatory system, your lymphatic system, and you imagine you're clearing your nervous system, have an awareness of that. And then an awareness of energizing. Now the space is there for the name to be clear to you and dwell. And then a balancing energy. Alternate nose is very powerful. Pulsing breath like we did. We're balancing the energy of the hands, having something that helps you to balance and regulate. So there you have it for our immersion today, drawing in that solar energy, family. All right, let's go ahead and what shall we do? Let's do a long sat and a short nam, activating the energy of our true identity. I appreciate that, Bernie. Yeah. We'll be. Yes. All right, palms together. Press those thumbs into the sternum. Already looking forward to the next time. Long sat and a short nam, then we'll pray out. Inhale. Sat Nam. Thank you, source of our breath, giver of life. Thank you for this creative ability you have given us. Thank you for the awareness and the guidance systems within to show us how to use it so that we generate this energy around Mother Earth and into Mother Earth of love, peace, and the awareness of creating beauty. We give thanks for this. We give thanks for Charlene's new ancestor, her ability to graduate and spread love and the truth of what is going on in creation, so she brings comfort and ease to Charlene's family. We ask that all families be comforted in this time of challenge and see their way to create solutions. We see the clear crystal waters bubbling up from the springs that were once dry. Mother Earth flourishing, no longer being tampered with by hands that crave and power and greed. Thank you for families being safe, for children being loved and cared for. Thank you for the solutions being created right now. Give thanks for the miracles that show up today, that surprise us so we grow confident in our connection to you. And we ask it to spread out to all our family and all our relations. Ashe, 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 so it is. Home the Takuyasin, all our relations. Uncle Jad Seneb, life, health, and strength. All right, family, go forth and prosper. I have to go and do recovery too.
Thank you, and much love.
Yeah, Charlene, thank you for sharing your energy with us, and congratulations on your new ancestor. All right, I have to go teach an R2O Sunday service. One love.